Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome back to another video as we wait for maintenance to take care of everything on the 9th. But anyway, for now, we'll be having a race, the Nations Cup race, round 8. And it's one of my favorite races, Group 2 in Red Bull. So that combination usually brings out some good racing. But for this one, I decided not to start from behind like the other challenges, like the previous ones, the previous races. And I'm gonna using definitely the car itself, the best car of it. As you see, everybody else, just like 2 or 3 4 people, not choosing the GTR R35, the Automs, no, not the Automs actually, but the Motec. But anyway, we're gonna setting off on the qualifying lap, but then I realized I had my hard tires on instead of because I was doing some practice laps just before the race begins, the race begins, and I actually didn't notice it until much later when I was waiting for everyone to leave the pit lane. And as you see there, I just noticed it right there, and then I just had to change it like quickly as everyone leaves the pit lane, because I didn't want to have a bad qualifying lap, I might say, because so if you live in the only main advantage of it is that you get slipstream from the guys in front of you, and also the guys behind you get a slipstream. But I just want to have a clean race. I don't want to start thinking that if the guy behind me will brake at the right time, or the guy in front of me will brake earlier than normal. And after the first out lap and the qualifying lap, I did make the first lap, getting there, right, getting there. But anyway, try to go for another one, because I knew the point 057 is not really going to be enough, so some more people are going to go and get a quicker lap. And so far so good. Actually, I was expecting the guy in P2 to really make a better lap, but not yet. So the good thing is I have the slipstream to the guy in front of me, the Cypress. I think that's Cypress, right? Because it has a Cypress tree. I think that's one of the flags. I'm not really sure, but anyway, the Italian in front of me did the best thing ever. Like, just give me the slipstream and then move out of the way to get the best. That's for me to get the best slipstream out of it. And by the end of the lap, actually, I didn't go up. It was purple all of them, and I went better, just support 2 tenths, almost 2 tenths. And the guy in the third place, who was actually behind me, made a better lap by 0.033, which was really close. The points to be taken was 78. Not really that much, because there's driver rating wasn't really that high, but then it was around 15,000. So not the best, but not the worst. Also, it's some good. That kind of area between 15,000 to 35,000 makes some really great racing. If people have a good time, people are respectful, because sometimes people are not really that respectful, I might say. But anyway, another Italian made this guy in P2, as you see there. I was supposed to be in P2, but that guy made a better qualifying lap, and also the Russian in P1. Not really Russian, and which is that? Albanian, I think. No, not Albanian. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But the Italian in P2 made a better lap. You see now the initial was 0.50, and wasn't really the best. Actually, it was really great. We were within a tenth of a second there in the beginning of the lap. But anyway, starting off, I'm gonna try and check if there'll be some fuel saving, as the Portuguese driver who was passing turn one just went for the lunge. I didn't see that. Oh, the guy from Cyprus is behind me. I didn't even notice that. No. So I realized there wasn't really going to be any way like fuel saving or any chance. Oh, the guy from Cyprus misses his. Oh, and it spins out, which makes me spins round. I just tapped him a little bit. I was supposed to like make him go for 360 no scope, and it ended making me go into the barrier. And also, like, it was a lot of carnage in turn one, so turn two actually, not turn one. So the drivers ahead are not really that far away. I started off with the hard tires, because those were the main tires I was supposed to be using. I could have gone all the way through with it, the hard tires, but I would have been dying of death by the 17th lap, and I would have actually lost a lot of positions. But so far they were getting up to temperature, so I was gripping. On some places I stepped it out in the grass a little bit and I almost spun out, but the good thing I caught it just in time. Dropping positions all the way to 11th now, so not really the greatest start of the race. The guys lagged a little bit there, that's why I moved on to the right side. I didn't want to go to the back of him. And lap one, sometimes, as you see, there's going to be a daily race that I'll post after this, which had the best racing. Actually, I had one of the best like racing moments from last third in the last race. But anyway, when we get to that, when we get to that video, you'll enjoy it. And anyway, don't forget to place a like on this video and a sub to the channel. As the spider in front of me takes advantage of the track limits and get a 0.5 second penalty for that. He misses his braking point and gives me the chance to have a good exit as the Austrian guy and the British guy just in for position there. The Italian behind, they're still trying to also take advantage of it, but not so much. A little bit of a slow exit there, but still made so we're still close together, we're still fighting okay, and it's really some good racing, trying to go for the inside for the launch, but not really that of a challenge, I would say, because it was a little bit too slow there. I over-rev it, which isn't the best. You need to like be on the second gear, not that gear. The Austrian guy takes a lot of grass there. He's actually very lucky that he didn't get a 0.5 second penalty. Oh, he actually got it. I thought he didn't get it, but he did. Yeah, because that was were exceeding track limits right there. A little bit slidey on the exit of the, almost lost it there. Big moment for the Austrian guy. As I go past through him, already going back into the position. So it's a good recovery. Yellow flag. And let's see who again got punted from behind. I think by the Italian guy. Oh, he's the guy from Cyprus. The driver from Cyprus. He got spun now. He also has a penalty for that. Or is it the Italian guy who has a penalty for that? For punting me wide. But anyway, up to P7, a little bit late on the brakes, and that is going to like kill my tires even quicker than I expected. But anyway, I keep doing that. I don't know why, but the hard tires on this race were really like, I don't know, the setting were a little bit different. Probably that's why they were having a maintenance. Oh, but they also still contact issue. There was it's non-existent at the moment. As I lose position again to the Portuguese driver who spun round in turn 2, who I think probably has hard tires on, or medium tires on, because he has better traction. And 2 laps later, we do get to this point over here where the Polish driver decides to go for the launch. I tried to go for the cutback, the oil switcheroo, but I didn't know that I did punt him wide, and he did come back just for a friendly tap on the left side. He goes in for the lunge at the turn 3. I just let him go, but because I don't want really much to fight, and yeah, that weird thing happened. He just went straight into the calculator over there, the gravel, and yeah, that marks his end of the race there. I think he did quit. Probably, I'm not really confirming that, but yeah, that did happen. It was out of my control. He just came back. He was actually losing it and just sent it into the calculator. Going down drag racing to turn 6, I think. I do send it on the inside and take the position. And this is where, like, as I was saying, the medium tires were, if most people had medium tires, starting off the medium tires and changing onto the hard tires. But I decided to start with the hard tires. And I was getting on a lot of people, like you can see, Bellows, the guy who was in P2, went in for his speed a little bit too early than expected. Because for me, I was thinking of going in at lap 11 so that I can have the more fresher tires, the faster laps, by, let's say, going in at lap 11 so that I can have more time on fresher tires, but not actually less time, so that I can make more time, if that makes sense, I think. Because the longer stint made me like gain a lot of positions and distance, because people were still, you know, like if you're from hard tires, you need to recalibrate yourself to using or you're from medium tires, what am I saying? If you're from medium tires, you need to recalibrate yourself to using hard tires, because the braking points have to change, the aggressiveness on the power of the exits have to change. You see there, like most of them were braking a lot. They also think the Belgian guy right here had had medium tires on, changed onto the hard tires. He was a little bit too defensive. He knew I was quicker than him, and he's tried his best to hold me back, but not really that much. Moving on to lap 13, I'd say to go for the lunge when he wasn't even looking, and he just surprised him, and I went past him. Now trying to chug on and hunt down the British guy and the Czech guy there in front of me, because I was also trying to be on the radar if the Belgian guy might come for the lunge, and he didn't even dare, almost losing it there, but side by side by the Czech guy who got overtaken by the British guy in front of me, British driver. Going inside, really hang out on the outside, but no, he backs off, and going down, trying to catch up with the British guy right here, going a little bit wider than expected, but then a little bit late on the power than expected, and I don't catch up with him. He does actually go in, just go past actually the French car right here, who was using the NSX, which is a good car if you like. It has good tire management, but the fuel, that's when it's a little bit poor on. I go in for the launch, and a few laps later, actually no, a lap later, because that was lap 14, he goes a little bit too wide, and I take the advantage of that and take the position up to P6. So it's a good progression on the race, good recovery of the positions, but still P1 is not really that much far away. It's at the end of the second turn 7. I think he's like half a lap, like a quarter lap ahead of me. By lap 16, that's 2 laps later. At the end of lap 16, I might say, I did catch up with the Italian right here, who had hard tires on, I think, because hard tires were really, really tricky in this race. Like, it is good sometimes in some races like Fuji. It will take you long, side by side, on to turn 1, but the traction on my car, on my tires was still okay. And that's the race. Hope you did like it. It was a short, brief one. Good race, and if you did like it, a like to the channel would be amazing. A like to the video, and sub. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, and see you on the daily races coming right after this, like a day or so, probably. Anyway, peace.